Hello everyone. In this session, we'll explore how to set up and manage price lists that not only streamline your operations, but also enhance your strategic pricing capabilities. Let's take a look at the agenda to understand what we'll be covering in this session. We will cover sales and purchase price list to understand how to create and differentiate price lists for sales and procurement processes. We will cover price list versions to learn how to manage multiple versions of a price list to support seasonal pricing, promotional campaigns, or currency-based variations. We will cover product pricing to understand how to define product-specific prices and apply discount schemas. The objective for this session is to enable you to understand the price list and its associated terms in the context of business processes. It also enables you to understand the impacts of these configurations on the respective transactions and throughout the system. Prerequisites. Before we begin configuring price lists in the Onfinity system, please ensure the following conditions are met to make the most of this session. Ensure you have access to the Onfinity platform with a valid user ID and password. Tenant and organization configurations must be completed and available. Now let's understand what a price list is. Before we begin configuring anything in the system, it's important to understand the foundation of what we're working with. A price list is a list of prices for the goods or services sold or purchased by an organization. Under these lists, price versions can be created including standard price, which is the base price of the product, list price, which is the price shown to customers as MRP, and limit price, which is the minimum price allowed. The price list can be created for purchase and sales transactions, which include currency, price precision, price including or excluding tax, discounts, and enforcing price limit options. These are essential for maintaining pricing consistency and flexibility across your organization. The Onfinity system gives us the additional ability to create a new price list using an existing one, saving us the time and effort of manually transferring the product prices from the old to the new list. Once the user ties the old price list to the version of the new price list, along with the discount schema, and starts the creation process, all the product prices from the old list will be copied to the new list with the discounted prices. If the user is generating a price list in another currency, such as USD, when the previous price list is in INR, then the exchange rate between these two currencies must be specified. Additionally, a valid conversion date must be chosen on the discount calculation screen. Let's consider a scenario where you sell mobile accessories. Mobile cases can be sold at different prices based on the UOM and attributes of the product, or varied prices for different customers. For example, a simple leather case in red can be sold at 300 rupees, while a flap leather case in black can be sold at 500 rupees. Before we move on, here's an important point to keep in mind. In addition to setting prices through the price list screen, you can also define product-specific prices directly under the Product Price tab on the Product Master screen. Here's something useful. The system keeps both tabs in sync. So, if you define a price in the Product Price tab of the price list, it will automatically update the corresponding record in the Product Master's Price tab, and vice versa. Now that we've covered the concepts, let's switch over to the Onfinity application and see how this works in practice. We'll walk through the process step by step, starting from accessing the price list screen, entering the required details, and configuring the versions and product prices. Log in using your user ID and password. After logging in, you'll land on the home page. The home page displays default widgets, called mosaics, with real-time data. In the top right section, you will find Login User Details. If you apply the filter, then it will show the data of the organization which is selected. But if you remove the filter, then you will have access to other organizations as well. For now, let's remove the filter and hit the Change button. Now, use the menu utility to search for Price List, or navigate to Master Data Management Then click on Product Management module, and now open Price List. When you open the price list screen, a system-generated price list named Standard is displayed in a grid view. This entry is created during the initial tenant setup process. Click on the hyperlink of the price list name to view it in single record view. This allows us to see all the details and configurations associated with the price list. In this view, we can rename the price list if needed and reuse it for future transactions. However, since we've set up 2 organizations under our tenant, and our standard practice is to create master data under the star organization, we'll proceed differently here. Using the star organization ensures multi-org visibility, so the same price list can be accessed by both organizations. Instead of modifying the existing record, we'll delete it and configure a new price list from scratch. To do this, simply click on the Delete button, confirm it to be processed, and click OK to finalize the deletion. Now that we've cleared the previous record, let's go ahead and create a new price list. To begin, simply click on New Record. This will open a blank screen in single record view, where we'll enter all the necessary details for our new price list, such as the name, description, currency, and price precision. Let's walk through each of these fields step by step. Choose the organization under which the new price list will be created. From the organization dropdown, select Star. Let's give the new price list a meaningful name. In the name field, enter Sales Price List 2025 in INR. This name helps identify the purpose of the price list, indicating that it's for sales transactions, valid for the year 2025, and denominated in Indian rupees. Optionally, you can enter a description for the price list. This field can be used to provide additional context or internal notes about the purpose or scope of the price list. However, in this case, I'll skip entering a description, as it has no functional consequence. It's purely informational and does not affect any transactions or configurations. By default, the currency is set to INR, as defined during the tenant setup. However, if you're creating a price list for transactions in another currency, such as USD, EUR, or any other, you can manually change the currency here. Price Precision option rounds the prices according to the precision defined for the price list. For example, if the price precision is set to 2 decimal places, the prices will be rounded to 2 decimal places. Now, let's move on to the configuration check buttons. The first option here is Sales Price List. By marking this check button true, we're indicating that this price list will be used specifically for sales transactions, such as customer orders, quotations, and invoices. If you're creating a price list for purchase transactions only, you can leave this unmarked. In our case, since we're setting up a sales price list, we'll mark this check button true by clicking on it. When Enforce Price Limit is marked true, the system will prevent users from entering a price below the defined limit price during transactions. This is especially useful for maintaining pricing discipline and avoiding unintentional losses. If left unchecked, users can override the limit price manually. Marking the price includes Tax Check button. True means that the prices defined in the price list are inclusive of tax. This is helpful when you want the final price shown to customers or vendors to already include applicable taxes. If unchecked, tax will be calculated and added separately during the transaction. Mark default as true if this should be the default price list. The Active Check button indicates whether the price list is currently active and available for use in transactions. If unmarked, the price list will be stored in the system, but won't be selectable during transaction entry. Click Save Record to store the price list. Once the header details are saved, let's move to the Versions tab, which allows us to define how pricing will behave over time or under specific conditions. Click on the Version tab button. In this tab, we can create one or more versions of the price list. Each version can represent a different time period or pricing strategy. To begin, click on New Record within the Versions tab. This opens a new version entry screen. By default, the version name comes as date. We can change it manually. Let's give the version a clear name, for example, Sales Prices, Q1 2025. Invalid from, set the start date from which this version will be applicable. Optionally, you may enter a description to provide additional context, though it has no functional impact. Select a discount calculation to enable automatic calculation of discounts based on predefined rules. In our case, we're selecting the standard, as no specific discount is defined in it, and we're creating new prices. You can zoom into the discount calculation to review its setup. Now, let's open it in single record view by clicking on the hyperlink and move to the Price List line tab of the discount calculation screen. You see there is no discount defined in it. This part, how to configure discounts, has already been covered in detail during the discount calculation training session, so we'll now return to the price list screen. If you want to copy prices from an existing price list, you can select it here in Base Price List. This is useful when you want to reuse existing pricing and apply a new discount schema. In our case, we're creating a fresh price list version, and since no existing record is available, we'll leave this field blank. The Action field controls how the system handles prices when copying from a base price list. You can choose to skip if you don't want to update new prices inserted from Create if any change is made in existing prices and discount. Alternatively, you can update, applying changes based on discount updates and price updates in the existing price list. To update changes, we just need to click on the Create button again. Once the base price list and discount calculation are selected, clicking Create will initiate the process of copying and adjusting prices for the new version. We'll explore this process in more detail shortly when we create a new version using an existing price list. Once all fields are filled, click Save Record to finalize the version. We can create multiple versions under the same price list to manage seasonal pricing, promotional offers, or currency-based variations. Let's dive into one of the most important parts of our system, adding and managing product prices. First, click on the Product Price tab button. This is where we'll add prices for our products. Click on New Record to start. Let's add a price for the simple leather case. Choose the product. In Attribute Set Instance, click the Attribute Set Instance option. It will open the Attribute Set Instance form. Choose the available attribute color as red, and now click on OK. Next we have UOM, which is unit of measure. You can change this if you want different prices for different units of the same product. Now enter the prices. The standard price is 300 rupees, which is what we offer to customers. The list price is 320 rupees, and this will show as the MRP. The limit price is 250 rupees, representing the minimum price we're willing to sell for. Click Save to save this entry. Let's do another one. Click New Record again and select the product Flap Leather Case. Set the Attribute Set Instance to black. Enter the prices. The standard price is 500 rupees, the list price is 550 rupees, and the limit price is 300 rupees. Click Save. Now let's add the black gel pen. This one's simple, as there are no attributes to worry about. The standard price is 15 rupees, the list price is 15 rupees, and the limit price is 8 rupees. Click Save. That's 3 products done. So far, we've added prices for different products with and without attributes. Let's make a new version for a special offer. Go back to the Version tab. Click New Record. Name it Holy Special Sales Offers Version. Set the valid from date. Choose the discount method, Holy Special Offer, Price List. Zoom in to check the discount calculation configuration to make sure everything looks good. Click the hyperlink to open the record in detail view. Go to the Price List line tab and again open it in single record view. Click Show More to expand the amount section. We're applying a 12% discount on the standard prices. That means all standard prices will be reduced by 12%. Click on the Exception tab. Notice that black gel pen is listed here. That means it won't be included in the discount calculation. Head back to the price list screen. Select the base price list. Set the action to update, and click Save. Now hit the Create button. The product price list is now created successfully, and your new prices for this wholly special sales offer version are ready. Similarly, we can use the base price list to create a version of the price list in other currencies. Currency conversion uses the same date as the discount calculation, so make sure it is available. Once the wholly offer ends, you can mark this version as inactive. Now move to the Product Price tab to check the new prices. Click on Product Price to open the Product Price tab. Here you can see standard prices for the products are updated, except for black gel pen, as we configured the black gel pen in the discount calculation for exception. That was all for this session. Now you have the knowledge to create and manage price lists in Onfinity. Apply pricing strategies using discount schemas. Thank you for attending.